Now, what if I told you a farmer could see what is happening in the soil and know exactly what the plants need? Team Wave Farmers is developing a device just for that. Welcome on stage, Pratama Istiadi.
Thank you, Mikael, for your kind introduction. Good night, everyone. So I just want to start one question here. Is anybody here hungry? Okay, a lot of us is hungry. I am also hungry. So what do you do if you're hungry? You go to the supermarket, you buy food, job done. You're full now. But consider this. Just being to be able to buy food and to eat them, we are already lucky. Some of our friends out there in different parts of the world still cannot do that. They are still having problems from starvation and hunger. In fact, just as we learned earlier, food security, zero hunger is one of the top priorities in the Sustainable Development Goals of the UN. And to give you the big picture in the world, so here it is. So practically only the Western world, only the developed world are food secure. Only North America, Europe, and Australia. Others are not. If you see part of Africa here, there's a lot of things to do. They are in extreme or high risk of food security, and we don't want this. So, of course, hunger is a complex problem. We cannot just simplify by one causes. But what we are trying to do here, we want to approach it from the environmental perspective point of view. So, based on the environmental perspective point of view, it could be caused by the climate change, desertification, more drought, leaving agricultural activities being harder to these people. And then it could be also because of how they manage their soil, they manage their agricultural land so that they can produce food. And we are trying to solve the problem from this perspective. So if you can see here, compared to other regions, Africa has been doing not really well. Their soils are underfed by fertilizer. Fertilizer is one of the most important factors in plant growth, in producing food crops. Other region has been developing well, thanks for that. And then such extreme risk that the Food and Agriculture Organization, or the FAO, has been releasing a guidebook, so that it can help people in Africa make the most out of their soil. So, and then the other fact is that there is not many soil that can be planted in Africa, only 13% of their land. So how to make the most out of it by sustainable soil management. So this is what we are trying to achieve in this project. So we know very well if our plant lack of nutrients, it will not grow, simple as that. But if we do keep adding nutrients and fertilizer to the plant, of course, your plant cannot be drunk. Your plant can drink responsibly more than us, I think. But the fertilizer can be leached off to the water bodies, thereby polluting it. And also, we don't want this. So there is a delicate balance between these nutrients so that it can sustain the food crop growth. It can produce the optimum amount of food crops for their people. So I hope that you understand what we are trying to achieve here. But there is one question. How? How we are trying to solve this? So what if we could measure the nutrients in the soil, real-time online, and then give this info to the farmers, and then compared to the available libraries of, let's say, how much a corn needs nutrients, how much tomato needs nutrients, so that the farmers know exactly how much fertilizer and nutrients that they can give to their plant. And then the device will then give a simple command, such as nitrogen deficiency detected. Your plant needs certain type of fertilizer, this amount, please add before this due date, so that the farmer could understand it easily. And then such device will then be planted all across the cropland, so that we know exactly in all cropland how the nutrients are, and then it can give different signals. So that the idea is we can have the right source for our plant, either not nitrogen, phosphorus, or potassium, at the right rate, not more, no less, just as the plant needed, at the right time as well, because at some growth stage, certain nutrients are more needed than the others, and in the right place as well. And then hopefully, if we can implement this solution, we need your help. We can implement the solution massively. We could help to eradicate global hunger by helping the people to produce food optimally and sustainably, so that we can help them to do by themselves. We can help them to be independent, something like that. So I hope you understand what our impact and what our goals is. I'm asking you one last question. Are you ready to become a Jedi and bring the balance to the nutrients? Are you ready? And I hope we are not being the last Jedi, just as the Star Wars. We are being the first Jedi, actually. So I hope you can fill out the registration form with me, as I'm the Jedi trainer here. And then, because there's good quote here, so healthy soils is the key to the sustainable food production, and therefore for a healthy lives. Thank you very much. I'm Pratama from Bio Farmers.